Welcome everyone to another Mindset Matters with Sandra video. And I will be speaking about the number 2 eutaptics FasterEFT principle of the transformational process. And that number 2 principle says, seek truths that will improve your life. And you might be saying to me, okay, well, what are those truths? There's so many truths, and that is an accurate statement. There are many truths, and we could spend an enormous amount of time just philosophizing about what those are, correct? In the eutaptics FasterEFT way of looking at things, I'm going to give you a nuanced part of it because we could really dig down the rabbit hole when it comes to truth. But we said specifically, truths that improve your life. That's the key word. So we know that everything that we experience in life is determined by our perception. And these are the first steps to being able to change our life. When we just simply recognize that we have a certain perception, a certain angle that we see things, it doesn't make us wrong or right. It doesn't make the other person wrong or right. We have to ask, what is the truth? What can I follow? What is going to improve my life, my inner world, and so forth? Okay. And a lot of our references are held in our subconscious or / limbic system. We can use these words interchangeably. We're choosing to recognize a truth that will improve our life. Well, we have to look at a system, a modality such as eutaptics FasterEFT. Does that hold any validity to making my life, to improving it, to making myself a better individual, a more conscious, aware person? Right? Because we know that how we speak to other people, how we behave in the world is a reflection of what we believe and think about ourselves. And that's in the negative and or the positive. This concept takes a little bit of time to get used to. It's a deep concept, and it's not one that necessarily you arrive to understanding from a logical point of view. It takes a lot of experience, right? It's experiential. Okay. So a little bit sidebar on that one, but it's part of the discussion of truth. Many times we look at what it means to improve our life. And sometimes it looks like we're doing things that don't seem that they're improving our life. That when I have a client, for example, and they say, oh my gosh, it looks like things are getting even worse after a session, or I'm going through this and I did A, B, C, and D, and things are not good, or I feel like a setback, or whatever it might be. Those are just patterns that sometimes want to come back, right? I always say that habits or patterns and as we're changing them, it's kind of like a rubber band, it kind of wants to, if you stretch it out, it kind of goes back to its original state. But when we use and apply FasterEFT, what we're doing is when we're changing memories, it's almost like we're stretching that rubber band just so much so that it can't go back to its original state. When we look at truths that improve our life, that has something to do with it. Not every way to the truth is going to be easy peasy or comfortable. In fact, if anything, it's going to be uncomfortable. There are going to be moments where you're going to be questioning yourself, questioning your process, questioning other people, or even your own spirituality. The important thing is that you continue, you persevere, that you're tenacious with the practice, that you are doing the work to improve your life. Truth is not always easy to understand, because we precisely think, some people think that truth is supposed to be a very enlightening experience. Well, we can be shaken into the truth of something, right? We can be shocked into it. But that shock or that being startled doesn't necessarily mean it's a negative. So when you're looking at truths that improve your life, what a lot of this also means is stretching your mind, breaking through consciousness after consciousness, going into deeper layers of your inner world. It requires that contemplation, not just changing memories, right? There is a process to that. It's not like we're completely robotic people. We go in, for example, in a private session, our practitioner recognizes our patterns. Hopefully they teach us how to tap and how to recognize the pattern so that we can start choosing to behave differently, regardless of it being uncomfortable. And as we start growing into those steps, then we can start seeing evidence that we are improving our life precisely because we're doing the work. And so that's what the principle of the transformational process is about. I could say speak so much more to this. Okay. As you know, I'm going to be speaking more about these principles, and we can definitely dig deeper. I love philosophy, and so we could go on and on about this. But I hope this gives you an idea of what it is to choose truths that improve your life. You're not looking for confirmation bias, which we have a tendency to maybe complain to our friends or lament over this, or seek other people or even information on Google, or read books that confirm, what our issue is, for example, or, have other people try to console us and validate us. These aren't necessarily truths. Yes, is it good to be validated? Is it good to recognize that you're not completely insane, right? Or that perhaps if someone's mistreating you, that you just need a moment to catch your breath and to understand. All that is okay. However, we do not want to live in that state of confirmation bias. We will never grow. Thus, it's not a truth that will improve our life. We improve our life by rewriting our negative experiences so that we can come out with a completely new perception, sort of that silver lining, right? But it's not just the silver lining. It's not being dominated or manipulated by our pattern to think that we are always right, or that our trauma is who we are, because it's not. It's an experience. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, please do comment below, and please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't. It really helps my channel grow, and pass this video to anybody that may benefit from this wonderful principle number 2. Choose truths that improve your life. Take care.